What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run getting things done. And let's jump into the topic of the BBL. Now, we've had more women come out and report horror stories, their own personal accounts of what it was like, what they went through getting a BBL surgery. We had the one lady who went viral talking about the smell, the smell that many said exists, but many denied its existence. She came out confirming it, hammering it home, said it does exist. This is her story, what happened. She said that, she had issues with the incision not healing, the cuts not healing. When she would sit down, her sit down air would smell really bad. She said her man told her that it smelled bad, and she didn't listen to him. And this is a mistake. Women will give each other the worst possible advice instead of telling each other the truth. She said her man told her it smelled bad. She didn't listen to him. She instead listened to the women on whatever message board that she was frequenting. Now, just think about that. Your man, the guy who you lay down with every night, he's telling you this is a problem, and you are ignoring what he is saying and instead listening to total damn strangers. That right there is a nutshell of what's wrong in our community, of where no matter what, even for our women's own health and well-being, they still will not listen to what a black man has to say. They still disregard anything that a black man has to say, but are so quick to be like, oh, we're not protected, yada yada. I mean, you don't want protection if you think, the guy who's supposed to die for you, he's not even worth listening to. But that's a struggle for another video. Finally, she says they were about to do something. He got behind her and he was just like, look, I can't take this smell no more. She said, dude dumped her. I mean, honestly, I feel him for dumping her because he don't sound like he wanted her to get it in the first place. She went and got it on some strong and independent stuff. He was telling her that, hey, this is not working out. It's got a bad smell. And I mean, come on now, you know what you smell like. Because she was talking about she was taking her clothes off, her pants off, and they would reek of the BBL smell, and she would wash them and they would still reek. So him telling you the stuff stank back there, it ain't like you don't know that, but you still ignore what he is saying to listen to total strangers tell you, nah, sis, he just hate. Okay. So yeah, he should have went ahead and rid himself of this problem, because if she wouldn't have listened to him on something like this, what other things would she ignore him about? You can't have a woman in your life that just no matter what you say, she's going to disregard it. That's just not a good woman to have in your life. And I mean, she seems like a charming young lady, just a bit on the hard-headed side. And I hope she learned from this, and in whatever next relationship, she'll be a bit more I don't know, a bit more malleable, a bit more agreeable, those sorts of things, because she know full well, oh man, he got the GT Mustang. I've been thinking about getting one of those, a manual one, but we'll talk about that at a different time. She admitted that it was stupid for her to lose her man over something like that, so I think she'll be okay. But she was getting a ton of hate for her story, just sharing her experience. She was getting a ton of hate. She made a video about it, basically like, look, y'all, I ain't trying to offend nobody, yada, yada, yada. I was just sharing my experience. If that's what y'all want to do, that's what y'all want to do. So it's crazy how the sisterhood will come for you so fiercely the moment you step out of line. I mean, she possibly saving somebody's life by saying, hey, look, this is the experience that happened to me. It got so bad to where my man left me, all right? She probably saving some other woman's life. So, I'm glad she did share her story. But I'm hearing other women now stepping forward, telling what happened with them, because they feel brave enough to do so after after the one woman did it. You know, you got women talking about they regret it. It's the one thing in their life that they wish they could undo. You know, some saying that they felt so much pain in their body, like they thought they were gonna die. All this behind a BBL surgery. Y'all, you gotta be careful. I mean, first off, the reason why this is happening is not only because a BBL surgery is a risky surgery, but because it's now become mainstream, so it's become affordable. And many of these chicks going to these budget surgeons, okay, they getting they tax money and they flying to wherever and getting some $4,500, $5,500, $6,500 BBL surgery. You know, when you getting surgery done that's that cheap by these like hole in the wall places, these fly by night doctors, the quality of the work is gonna reflect that. And this is your body. You only got one body, so you gotta take care of it. You gotta do better. You can't want to have no big booty that badly to where you willing to put yourself in this sort of harm's way. You can't be. You gotta just. How about going to the gym? I mean, many of these women that I see, when I see the before and after, the butt that they had wasn't a bad butt. It just needed a bit of shaping. Lunges and squats will go a long damn way. I mean, really, you got all these different programs. You know, the 10-minute Brazilian butt lift. You know, Taibo was a good one. What's his name? Sean T did several different workout programs. I don't know if he still worked with the Beachbody brand, but he did several different workout programs that you know, give you results. You know, give you a more round, more defined derriere. I mean, there's plenty of methods that you can do to go about this than a BBL surgery, but it seems like the women don't want to put the work in. They just want to go right to the doctor and get cut. And a lot of these surgeries, they're less dangerous than others, but when you see that there's one that's, the chances of you having complications behind it are very high. You just got to exercise some sort of caution. You know, if somebody's talking about, yeah, I'll do you for $5,500, you know, you gotta wonder, what's the quality of this guy's work? Maybe I should look into him and read up on him for maybe about another month, just to see if anything pops up, rather than, oh, book me my Spirit flight and here I come. It's too dangerous. And unfortunately, I think we're gonna hear more and more and more of this, because the women, they're not getting it for the men. I mean, they blame men like, oh, we do this for the male gaze, and it's not for the male gaze, because men have made it clear that we don't really care for this. When men say, we don't want you to get this, we don't like it, your response is, well, I don't care what men think, I'm doing this for me. But then when the results are disastrous, now it's men's fault that you got it because you were doing it for the male gaze, because this is what men like. That's insanity, man. That is just a gigantic sense of no self-awareness and no accountability. You're making the choice of this because you want it, and it's largely just to compete with other chicks who you think got a better body than you. The insecurities that you have about your body, they're usually either self-imposed or imposed by other women. They're usually not imposed by men, because men don't care about this stuff like that. Is it nice? You got that BBL. Is it nice to look at? Sure, you know, but most men, they don't want their woman to go under the knife to get a bigger butt. It's just not something that's all that necessary. If he like you, he like you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving. I gotta make my way to the gym soon enough. I think I'm gonna treat myself to one of them fish sandwiches tonight. We'll see though. If I do, I'm gonna gonna let y'all know. Y'all know I'll probably do a video outside of there or something. Let y'all know I made it there. I'll holler at y'all later though. Peace.